Hey guys, this is Styles by Khloe, and I'm coming to you guys with a healthy hair tips video while I do a twist out on my hair. Now, mind you, I have not had a twist out in some time, probably 3, 4, 5 years. But with it being hot outside, um, I want to give those wash and goes a break and do something that's a little different. Um, so with these hair tips, I'm going to give you guys 5 hair tips that you will be able to use to improve the health of your natural hair. So, first and foremost, I typically do not use a comb on my hair. I only use a comb when I want a specific part and I want my hair parted a certain way. So that's definitely a tip for you guys. But let's get into tip number 1. So did you know that healthy hair starts from within? Yes. So your hair grows out of your scalp. And so I'm curious to see, when is the last time you had blood work done? So Black women, as we age, we are typically low in iron, B12, vitamin D. I'm 44, so we could be perimenopausal, and have estrogen issues and things of that nature. So you definitely want to make sure you're staying on top of your checkouts. I got my notes here, y'all, so that's what I'm looking at. Um, Also, if you're having issues with your hair, especially in the middle. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So last year was 24. So fall of 2023, I got my blood work done and my cholesterol was high. So my doctor put me on
growing like nobody's business. But, and I did trim it a little bit last week when I did the clay mask. But in comparison to the rest of my hair, it's still a little shorter. So, um, I'm finally getting back to normal, which I am very happy about. But yeah, so that's important. So guys, your first step, anytime you feel like something's going on with your body, your hair isn't feeling the same and isn't looking the same, your first step is going to be your PCP. Um, my PCP is white, but of course, if you can get to an African American female, I think they would be the best, especially if you're talking about something that has to do with your hair. Secondly, um, they can refer you to a dermatologist. Alopecia is something that is also prominent in every community. So, um, your your dermatologist can actually diagnose you with alopecia and then, put you on some type of regimen to try to get your hair and namely your scalp.
with this twist out. I'm going to use the lock method. Well, the LCO. Okay, and lastly, what does your diet look like? And I will definitely say that I know I am guilty of this as well. But we need to, at this big age, we need to start doing better. When it comes to our diet affects everything. You don't want to be a diabetic. You don't want to have high blood pressure. You want to be around for your kids and your grandkids at this point. So, yeah, I'm doing a 3-strand twist because I'm just so used to doing them. So you take one leg and you wrap it around. Then you take that outside leg, wrap it around, and the outside leg, wrap it. I do it twice. Wrap it around twice, and then just keep on going until you run out of hair. And then once you get to the end, you want to rub it around your fingers. All right, so also another thing, guys, those that are doing the shots, no shade, Manjaro and Wegovy and all of that other stuff, that does cause your hair to shed and to come out, and also weight loss surgery. So make sure you're getting with your stylist. You might need to do a lot more protective styles, whereas you're braiding and wearing wigs and stuff like that. So yeah. No, I'm not taking any type of weight loss shots or anything like that. I have been working on losing weight naturally. So our second topic is, how do you feel about wash day? So I'll be honest, when I used to wash my hair, it takes so long that I hated to the thought of having to wash my hair. So guess what? If you're not in the mood, if you're not in a good mood, if you're not happy when you're washing your hair, you're usually ripping through it. So let's change our thought process when it comes to wash day. Wash day needs to be love day for your hair. That's your time to bond with your hair. I also, when I do Khloe's hair, it takes me about 4 or 5 hours to do her hair as well. And I just look at it as bonding time. I do a lot of protective styles on Khloe's hair, and then I'll touch it up every 3-4 weeks or so. Just putting some on my hand. So yeah, and always speak positively about your hair. Also, if you need some good music, I love listening to gospel music. Of course, I'm not listening to anything right now because I'm recording and I don't want my video to be banned or blocked or deleted. But, so I got my 3 legs. Going to... So I feel like I might braid about 3 or 4 times. Put a little bit on my fingers, and then, like I said, just wrap that outside leg. So you see there are 3. We're gonna take this one, wrap twice, take that outside leg, wrap twice, outside, wrap twice. And then one of the legs got short, so I just did a 2-strand twist at the end. Wrap it around your finger, and there you go. Oh, also, but like I was saying, I do love listening to gospel music. I have Kirk Franklin's channel programmed into my Pandora. That's like so throwback and old school for me. So I love to listen to that. I love to listen to Mint Condition. Sometimes Cardi B. I'm not up on any of her latest stuff, but or any of the other rappers, but I like all types of music. Also, when I'm combing Chloe's hair, I'm always like, oh my gosh, I love your hair so much. It's growing so beautiful. You know, stuff like that. Even though I'll be like, woo, my back hurt. Woo, my arms hurt. Just always trying to remain positive about wash day. Also, with wash day, you want to make sure you are using the right products at the right time for your hair, right? So, um, I typically use because I don't know, you guys should know, I have my own hair care line. So this, oh sorry, my avocado hair mask is an absolute staple in my weekly wash days. So what I typically do is I'll wet my hair. I might do a little oil and then I'll put my avocado mask on. I'll leave that on for however long, 30, 45 minutes. I just did a steam treatment today. So, and then I'll do a steam treatment for that 30 or 45 minutes, depending on if I have anything to do or not. So yes, a steam treatment is very, very important because it opens up your shaft so that your hair shaft so that those nutrients can penetrate it. Tip number 3. How do you manage stress? So, everybody has daily life stressors. So one of the great ways to manage stress is by going for a walk, listening to music, doing any of those fun things. But also, sis, if you got a man that's stressing you out, he making your hair fall out. So I'm gonna need for you to get rid of him, sis. Kick him to the curb. And I'm only telling you this because I love you. Okay? This is a sister talk with love. Get rid of him, sis. Kick him to the curb. Watch your hair start to flourish. Okay? Also, with exercise, guys, I started doing yoga about 3 weeks ago. And so I just get right on YouTube University and Google yoga for beginners, and I'll do 30 to 40 minutes in the morning before I get logged in to work. So I typically do like 5 to 5:30, 5 to 5:45, and then I'll jump in the shower and then get logged in and get ready for my day because I typically start work 6:30 to 5. Next, what does your hair routine look like? Tip number 4. So, like I said, I wash my hair weekly. I have to wash my hair weekly. I know some people don't like to wash their hair weekly, but trust me, you will see the results and the benefits. Length retention, and just things like that. When you wash your hair, because you definitely need to water and moisturize your hair. So I'm washing my hair weekly. I deep condition weekly. Last week when I came out of my mini twist, I did a clay mask and things like that. I will post that video to show you guys how I created my clay mask using kaolin clay. But also, I typically steam bi-weekly, but it also depends on what my hair feels like. So if I don't like how my hair is feeling, when I do that deep condition, Well, before I get started washing my hair, then I will do a deep condition with a steam treatment. I will also make sure I do a steam treatment right before I go into a protective style and right after I come out of a protective style. So, guys, that is so very important because you want to make sure that your hair is maintaining the moisture, um, while you're getting ready to put it away. And so you definitely want to make sure that you are staying on top of your moisture. And then I also did a wash day video with my mini twist that I also need to post. Um, where I'm typically even still washing my hair every, I'll say I'm in a protective style. I typically wash my hair every 3 to 4 weeks. Um, and sometimes when you have your knowledge braids, you don't want your natural hair to kind of start sticking out and stuff like that. I get that. But what you can do is wet a towel and put some shampoo on there and go into all of your parts and make sure you are getting that scalp nice and clean. And then you want to go in and put a little conditioner and tie your hair down until it dries, and then you'll be good to go. Also, when was your last trim? I can honestly say that I did do a small trim, and you guys, once you see the video from my last week clay treatment, I did do a small trim on my hair as well. So trims are going to keep you from, those split ends riding up. So Khloe does not like when I trim her hair, but too bad, so sad. Trims are important. So, tip number 5, say no to heat and chemicals. So, bleaching and coloring your hair is definitely a drying process when it comes to maintaining your locks. So you definitely, if you don't have a good healthy hair treatment, don't do any of those things to your hair until you get your hair under control. Again, you want to see, I'm about 90% self-maintained, so I do typically do my own trims. I do Khloe's trims. Oftentimes, you just snipping, dusting those ends if you don't need much done to it. But it's very important to keep up on top of that stuff. Um, But also, if you're going to go get that silk press or, get your hair straightened so that you can get that trim, make sure your stylist knows what she's doing, okay? And sorry, I guess I did have to say the F word because, y'all, I end up having to do a big chop in 2021. Let a so-called stylist do me a silk press and clip my ends and all of that back in June of 2021, and my hair was absolutely fried. It did not revert, and I had to cut it all. Okay, cool. Well, some of my curls came back, so I'm just gonna do a protein treatment every couple of days, or at least once a week, to try to get my curls all the way back in. But as you see, it's curlier than what it was before. So, and I'm definitely not gonna cut my hair off in treatment. off. When I say all, AWL, all. My hair was about as long as the new grow. It might have been a little bit longer, but yeah, it was bad. I was so traumatized. And after that, I said I would never sit in somebody else's chair again. Unless I go to my homegirl in Bloomington to get me or Khloe's hair braided. That's the only person that I go to get braids. Other than that, I'm doing my own hair. So I am going to give y'all a bonus tip. So tip number 6 is stop comparing. Guys, everybody's hair journey is different. So don't compare my hair growth to the the fact that you feel like your hair should be growing faster, which, as you guys see, what we say, this is about a half an inch of new growth. I bleached my hair half an inch, a quarter inch. I bleached my hair for Mother's Day, either for Easter or Mother's Day. I don't remember. But so in 2 months' time, y'all see how much new growth I got in my head. So yeah, some people's hair might grow faster, some people's hair might grow slower. So just make sure that you're doing the things that is necessary for your hair. And again, all of my beauties that may have had any comments or concerns, please drop those in the comment section, and I will answer you guys when I can. And y'all, I done ran out of tips. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this twist out on video. I'll speed it up, of course, but I will be back in the morning to take down my hair for church. So bear with me. Also, guys, I will drop pictures of when I did my first big chop in 2015. And then I will also drop a photo of when I end up having to do my big chop in 2021. That one in 2015 was so scary because Khloe had a really nice hair texture, and I wanted my baby to be confident in hers, and most of the time I was wearing wigs anyway, so I was like, I'm about to stop perming my hair. And so I went to a stylist and let him cut all of the relaxer that was left on my hair, and then I just had like this big old ball of look like fur, and I'm like, I posted a picture on Facebook, and I'm like, okay, y'all, now what? So, and at that time, 2015, 2016, there weren't a lot of black hair companies or girlies with my type of hair out. And so I was using Cantu products, and then I heard that Cantu wasn't good for you because it had alcohol in it. And so ultimately I started mixing and concocting my own stuff. I started making my own products, I'll say 2018. And so I just started doing research, seeing what works well with your hair, what doesn't. And I just started putting that stuff in me and Khloe's hair. I didn't know what it was going to do to our hair. I just read like, well, the book said it's supposed to do this, so I'm about to try it. And so That's how you guys know that all of my products that I make are made with love, because, baby, ain't no way. Alright, guys, so snow filter. That is the finished look for my face. And then I had a little mini fan, but guess who stole it? Khloe. Yeah. So, in the meantime, we're going to get into this hair. So, these are my twists. I'm gonna turn around and let y'all see the back. There's a few like in the back that are a little damp. So I am gonna go in with this. Whenever I use a blow dryer on my hair, it's cool to medium heat, never high. So. Okay, so it's dry now. I want to show y'all the difference between this regular twist and the 3-strand twist. That's gonna be first of all. But whenever you're taking down your twist out, you want to make sure you put some oil on your hands. Okay, so there is that. Okay, gang. So this is the results of a 3-strand twist, and this is the twist. It's the regular twist and 3-strand. So y'all be the judge and let me know Which one you think looks best? I think it's still damp. So I'm gonna go ahead and push it down and give it a quick little before I separate. Hold on, just make sure that you're not causing so much freeze when you're taking it in. Okay. Alright, and so it's dry for real this time. So I wish I could have left them in all day today and then they would have been perfect for tomorrow, but gotta go to church. So you just go through and see where it's wanting to separate. And you separate.